All right, welcome, welcome. This is Kat Hutchings, your unedited entrepreneur. So today's topic, super fun, super exciting. I don't know, what is it about these kind of videos, this kind of content that we're so curious about? Like, why do we love to know how much money other people are making? Have you ever thought about that? I have some theories. Like, if I think about it, it probably has to do with, again, us, at least for me, I think, if I really look inside, I think it's what my potential is, like if I hear someone's making money in this segment, they're on Amazon, they're doing ads, like whatever it is, you're like, oh, I wonder if I could do that, So, excuse me, I'm a little congested today, but super exciting video. It's not going to be super long, but it's an important one. So, are you guys ready? We'll just get right to it. I filmed my first YouTube video a year ago. I noticed I hadn't realized it had been that long. And so after a year of being on YouTube, drum roll please, I have made $0. Okay, wait, don't leave yet. Maybe slightly clickbaity, but listen, this is why it's important. So I really wanted to make this video today for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to do that really cheesy cover photo with like dollar bills, and I never have cash on me, and I happened to sell at a craft fair last week, and I had some cash. I was like, oh, I gotta make this video and take the little thumbnail photo before I deposit that cash, because I never have cash on me anymore. Second reason, though, is I think as entrepreneurs, it's really important to remember our whys and stay motivated. And so this is actually, I think I'm going to break this into two videos because I was thinking about it and I feel like this almost deserves its own topic. So I thought it was really interesting. I posted this YouTube video a year ago, and I don't want to use the word embarrassed because I don't actually get embarrassed super often. Again, I'm very much like, live your truth, be you. If people like it, great. If not, that's okay. Everyone's got their person, everyone's got their people, their tribes. Like, just find the places that you feel like you're the most you. And that's something that I really love even about doing these YouTube videos, is hopefully I can help other people to do that even more, because I feel like that's where I found my most joy. But oh no, this might be one of those things where we're unedited. Where was I going with that thought? So on YouTube, when I posted that, I remember when I posted that first video, I absolutely, like, if you go back and you watch it, it's the Etsy Made Millionaire, and it's actually gotten a lot of traction recently. But when I made it, I wasn't even in the new office that I am now. I was still working from my home. I had no microphone, the lighting was terrible, but I kept hearing over and over again, like, this concept was resonating with me, like the done is better than perfect. And it was kind of hard, like, especially something like, again, like, mostly I'm doing YouTube right now. I'm a huge podcaster. I would love to get these audios on podcast form in the future. Again, hashtag technology hates me. We'll see if I can ever figure out how to do that. Just because I love listening on the go and stuff, and I think podcasts are great to do that. But when I made the video, I felt like, I just have to do this. I have to start. I had been thinking about helping specifically at this time in my life, where I have kind of like done the Etsy scene so much, and I know there's so many new sellers out there that can really use that extra help, that extra motivation, just a little bit of guidance. There have been so many people along my journey, personal, family, friends. I mean, I don't know, I guess I'll use the word influencers, but I watch YouTube videos. I listen to so many podcasts, so many people who I would love someday, just meet and thank, because I'm like, you helped me so much on my journey with my jewelry business and my jewelry supply business to kind of get to where we are today. But I feel like if I wouldn't have done that, like, we wouldn't be here, And so now it's like I'm literally mind blown. That video that I thought was terrible and almost like wanted to take down so many times, like, has had thousands of views at this point. And people are, and again, the reason I'm here still today is because of your comments. The fact that people are, this is resonating, and I feel like it's helping. And I think there's just something in us as humans, you know, like we have people we love. We all want to make money, take care of those things, have wonderful memories, like be healthy. Like we're all in it together in that sense. And I feel like there's also something in us that, like, you love that feeling of being able to help someone. And I felt for years and years now, like even more so, as much as I love my businesses, my babies, as much as I love watching them continue to grow, it doesn't quite bring me the same joy and fulfillment, especially now that I've been doing it for 12 years, as I started like my Etsy coaching, you know, kind of working one-on-one with people. Which I also, the other reason I'm here on YouTube is I realized that was not completely sustainable. I want to help so many more people, and there's only so many hours in a day. And so I thought YouTube could be a great way to do that. But with YouTube right now, it's really interesting. And that's so second question, like, you haven't made any money. Why on earth are you doing this? Great question, right? My business coaches and other people may advise that that's maybe not the best course of action right now. I have a lot of other moving pieces that I'm focusing on in my business. So I told you before, I took out the editing piece of my videos, hence the unedited entrepreneur, mostly just out of necessity right now, because I have like 2 videos that I still haven't posted that I recorded, but because I was like doing the whole like, and now I'm going to say this. Oh, shoot, what was I going to say again? Okay, go back. Now I got to say it again, like all perfectly, like, okay, actually now we're going to talk about this. And so there was like so many things that were supposed to be edited out. And I'm like, I'm never going to have time to go back through and edit those videos. So you may never see those videos, but this was my hack. I'm like, you know what? If I can just show up authentically, cough on camera, rub my nose because I'm a little bit stuffy, and if people are okay with that and it still is helping them, like, that's the solution. That's what we're gonna do, because this is the stuff now that I've started making these YouTube videos, like, this is what keeps me up at night. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, I still like stay up like thinking of new jewelry design ideas and things like that are really exciting. But I think of so many videos and things that I want to share with you guys that have helped me kind of like along my journey. And so that's why this video is important. Sometimes in life, especially in business, you're making like $0. That's how it was for a while. I wish I would have kept like better records when I was first starting my business, because I don't actually remember when I started like turning a profit. If I didn't, I wasn't tracking things. I don't even know, for a while, I probably didn't even have separate bank accounts. It was kind of like money came in, I bought more beads, money came in, I bought more beads, money came in, I bought more beads. And it just grew and grew and grew. But it can be so discouraging when you are starting a business and you are not seeing the traction. And this is why, interesting, I'm gonna sign off here in a little bit, but because I think I wanna make a whole separate video on this, mostly because I don't actually have an answer for it right now. So this is because I'm again, applying this, looking at this YouTube channel as kind of like a new business, a newer Etsy shop, my Etsy shops have been around for 12 years. Those machines are churning, they're running. I've got it. Like, we've kind of done really well there. But with YouTube, this is a whole new world. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not making any money doing it, but I do love it. And I think that's why a lot of you are here. Specifically right now, I've kind of, again, tapped into some of those Etsy sellers a little bit. And that's a big reason, like, we get on Etsy, right? Is because we love what we're doing and we want to share that with the world. So now looking at these YouTube videos, I posted that video a year ago. And again, I know I got kind of hung up with the editing piece, trying to do it. Oh, I don't have time. I'm so busy with my shop and whatnot. But the reality is, I think I was a little bit scared. I know it might seem crazy. I am an extrovert, like, to the extreme. My friends will joke and testify to. I love being around people. I love humans. I love hearing their stories. It's just kind of always been a thing for me. But I prefer to be a more private person. Like, I don't do social media. That's never kind of been my thing. I don't personally enjoy it that much. It's kind of missing the actual human connection piece that I really enjoy. And again, I know lots of people do it and love it, and it's kind of where we are society-wise right now, I think anyways. But I just feel like putting myself on YouTube wouldn't be my first pick, if that makes sense. I really don't love the idea of people, the mean people, I don't even want to say mean, like we were all going through our stuff and it's just different opinions, things come up, people share, it can hurt your feelings. Like, I don't love people looking at me and being in my business. I'm a very like, you do you, non-judgmental. I'm not like a black and white perfect. I'm like, all the answers are correct. What works best for you? Which again, some people adamantly disagree with, and that's fine. But I like to just kind of like do my thing and let people do their thing and not worry too much. And so putting myself out here on YouTube has been like a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, I've always loved video. I was actually a broadcasting major in another life. And so it's really fun for me to kind of like tap into those, like, you talk about, I don't know if you've ever done like inner child work. Again, there's so many new things that I'm discovering as I continue to go through life. But I feel like this is really getting back to that little girl. Like I used to anchor our morning news announcements in junior high. That's kind of where it first started. So find those things that you love. Don't worry too much about the money. Also being willing to pivot though. And so this is where we're going to make the second video is when I did this YouTube video, I couldn't bring myself to make more until something happened in the algorithm. And that video, I think I made my second video, maybe even my third, and something happened and I started getting views and comments and people were liking and they were giving me that feedback. And it's like receiving that validation that just like, oh my gosh, this matters to people. It's making a difference and it's improving someone's life. Like, that's why I'm here. All of a sudden, oh look, I found all this time and all this motivation to make more videos. And so this is one of the videos I want to make next, because if you are starting a business, if you're an Etsy seller, maybe you've been selling a while, but if you're going through like a slow sale type season, it's like, how do you motivate yourself? How do you inject yourself with that like adrenaline that I've kind of received from all of a sudden getting all of these like comments and views, and now all of a sudden I'm excited to make YouTube videos because people seem to actually like it and care. So if you haven't got to that point yet, if you're still at the me point where it's like you made one video, you put it up, no one really seemed to care. Although if you go back to that first video, there was I believe it was a gentleman, I can't remember his name, and he left me, he was like, I think one of my first comments, maybe besides my husband who was trolling me a little bit. It's fine, he's great. Hopefully one day you'll get to meet him. But it was something so simple. It was like, I really like this video. I hope you keep making them. And I was like, oh, someone liked my video. They want me to keep making them. So when you aren't seeing those results, how do you keep going? And I'm like, that's what I really kind of maybe want to ponder about and make another video about, because off the top of my head, I'm like, I don't know. Obviously, I fell into that same trap because I didn't make another video until people started actually caring about my videos. So that was, it's just human nature, I think. So how can we beat that system? How can we get you to the point, if you haven't, or maybe like I said, maybe your business has been a little stagnant, whatever the reason, like how do you get that motivation, that validation? So hopefully you'll stick around, stick with me, and please continue. Like if you have, like I really am, like I'm starting to keep a list of some of the video ideas. Like I am staying up at night thinking about this stuff, like so many things I want to share with you guys that it's so fun for me, and I love to learn from you. I wish, again, I don't have the time to go through like every single person's shop. I wish we could do that. That would be amazing. But for me, I think I want to teach you kind of like a little bit more about the mindset piece, because yes, we can talk about Etsy and the SEO and all of that. And I love to. I plan to hopefully make some great videos, continue to make some great content that you guys can use to learn from your shops. But more importantly is, like, to me, if you can get into that mindset of believing in yourself, continuing, like pushing through, like all of these things, that really, I think, gets underplayed sometimes in the business world. We think of the, like, almost like the hows, not necessarily like the whys. Like, okay, like, how do you do this? Like, well, okay, why are we doing this? Like, how do we keep, I don't know. I think you know what I'm saying. So anyways, I'm going to sign off now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and thank you again for those comments and everything. They keep me going, and I really have enjoyed the journey so far. So we will see you next time.